Hey guys, welcome back to She Gets It podcast. My name is Shan. I am the creator of She Gets It. That was the original name, right? If y'all didn't know, She Gets It was the original name. There wasn't so many She Gets It until I was like 2 years in. And then She Gets It podcast started popping up, right? So I was even in DMs on my first Instagram with the two girls who basically was making the same podcast name as me, and I was like, hey, I know you guys are starting out, but this name is already on here. It was like, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't know. You're lying. And a lot of creators will see how much traction your name is getting and just start with someone who's already getting traction and copy that to establish themselves faster. So just be mindful of that. I didn't trademark the name because it was just something I was unsure about when I first made it in 2018. But I've had like this constant thought of, what if I ended She Gets It pod? I added a pod on once I saw that they were still going through, even though they was like, sorry, we'll do something different. They didn't. They still went through with it, and they're not as consistent as me. They don't promote like me. So my hashtags I've been changing to She Gets It pod for that reason, instead of the old hashtags of She Gets It. So that's where that is. But it's been 5 years of She Gets It podcast. Even though it started out as She Gets It. And for me, the she is all capitalized because she is so much more than just a woman, just a girl. I am more than just, oh, I see her. I'm more than that. There's more to me. So that's why all the letters in she is capitalized. Often, like I said, I thought about closing out the show and creating another show, but I haven't had like a complete thought on what that other show would be or why would I do that. There would have to be like a huge a huge change in my podcast career for me to be like, I need a new one. You know what I'm saying? Let's sunset this and let's make a new one. And I'm not there yet. So, but why? You know what I'm saying? In this episode, I will reminisce a bit and play some voicemails from the supporters of the podcast show. And I would like to thank everyone for listening and celebrating with me for my 5-year anniversary with She Gets It Pod. Listen, I've been podcasting longer than I've had longer relationships with people. Look at God.
Yo, this is Rodis from Chicago, from the Rodis Live Podcast. I'm just calling in to wish Shan a happy anniversary of the She Gets It Podcast. Salute to you for everything you always been doing for the podcast game. Shout out to you, the creator of the Podcast Journal, the Podcast Questions, Marketing the Podcast 101. Yeah. Shout out to you, Shan. Peace.
Yo, Shan, it's Big Juice calling you. Happy 5th anniversary, OG, triple OG in the game. We appreciate you out in these streets. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring. Keep loving. Keep doing all those things. And keep cracking jokes with my man T. Love you, girl.
All right, so I have some podcast questions from listeners, and I'm going to just go through them, the ones that I got emailed in. So the first podcast question that I got from a listener is from Bree in North Carolina, and she asks, since you are at 5 years, what is one thing you overthought when you started your podcast that's easy now? I would say at the start, of podcasting in 2018 because I started when I really didn't know what a podcast was. I overthought how I should sound. I thought it was like one way to sound for a podcast, and that's what I was overthinking. So now I learned that the more unique you are on your show, the better, because I can't stand podcasts that I can't even see the difference of elevation in your voice depending on what you say. You show no emotion through your words. It's very dull and low, and you're not giving me energy I would want to hear on my way to work. You're not giving me energy I would want to hear while I'm working out. You're not giving me energy I would want to hear pertaining to a topic. Like, why are you so blah? So I think coming off very genuine and unique is better than you coming off very like, yeah, yeah, yes. And so if you turn to page 30, like, some people want to listen to a podcast and have it be narrative. And some people want to listen to a podcast and have it be very Valley Girl. And some people listen to a podcast and just want it to feel like you on a stoop talking to your friends and just chilling, whatever. It depends on the listener. So just be you. The next email question that I got is from Tony in Texas. They ask, how come yo ass don't run out of topics? Okay, Tony. Because I feel like we all have lives that we've lived up to this point and experienced things that we haven't shared. And so for me, I'm not someone where I feel like that's my private business. None of my experiences need to be shared. I'm not going to have people around me not know a better way of doing something or know my point of view of maybe possibly doing something better that they're probably working up to do if I know better. And so I just feel like it's so dumb to have knowledge and have information and not share it with people so they can be better from it. Like, what's the point? The good podcasters are the honest podcasters. Trust me. Not the ones putting on for the media clip or I want this to go viral. I don't care about what I say from me that goes viral. I care if it goes viral because it helped so many people or it made a point that a lot of people were not getting, and I said it in a way where people now understand something very important and vital to them. All right, so the next question I got is from Ashley in Florida. We went to high school together. Have you ever recorded a great episode and lost it? Girl. Okay, so I'll say this. Hell yeah. I've lost plenty of episodes. Sometimes on Anchor, when I first started out, I've lost episodes. I will tell you now, do not record a good live on TikTok because TikTok will lose your shit after like an hour or 2 hours of you recording a live. I did a live on there that was really great with Greg from Young Black and Bothered for Loudmouth Stereo, and TikTok had a whole error and lost that damn show. And so no one will hear that be talked about. I can't even replay it on my TikTok. It's gone. It's error lost. Do not avoid preparing. I think preparing for your episodes is very vital. Like right now, I'm recording this 3 weeks ahead. So it's nowhere near the time that I'm dropping this show that I recorded this, but I'm recording this 3 weeks ahead because I don't know what's upcoming. I don't know what surprises life is going to give me. I don't know how I'm going to feel, even though right now I'm dealing with a head cold and I'm kind of congested. I want to get this recorded and edited and ready, right? So yeah, check the record button every time you're about to start your show, because sometimes we have such a great intro or such a great show and we realize too late that we never press record. And ain't nothing more than having to start over and find that authentic momentum again. It'll never be the same. All right, next question is from Devin from Atlanta. What's up, D? You always switch up your cover art, but it doesn't look like everyone else's. Why not keep it the same? Okay, so here's the thing. I hate sameness. I hate routine. I think it's boring. I think being different and exploring newness is better. I feel like it provides a new energy to come about. And I get really sick and tired of everybody doing that realistic, cartoony looking character for your Instagram, realistic, cartoony cover character for your IG, and everything is basically rendering. I don't want that. And every time I see somebody come into my follow request that does that, I'm just like blocked. Not blocked because you do horrible work. Just blocked because you feel like I'm trying to blend in. I'm not trying to blend in with anybody. So when it comes to my art covers, I do it based upon what my focus is going to be for that season. If I feel like I want to show my face for real, I'll put my face. If I feel like I just want to animate the whole cover, I'll put the whole cover animated. If I feel like I want to put things from my real life in the cover, I'll do that. Like this season, that MF Doom painting is an actual painting that's in my real living room in my house that I painted when I was pregnant with Ari. Right? I love MF Doom. Always have. The picture that's in the frame to the right on the season 19 cover is actually a picture of my mom, my youngest brother Nate, and myself when I was like 7 at my aunt's house in Philly. Like, I put a little bit of me, and a lot of times where I record is on a sofa that's in my room, with the mic and my computer and a table. So I give y'all a little bit of me, but in a different way every season, because I love change. I think change is fluid and sameness is boring. So there's that. Last one before we take a break and play some voicemails. Kim from New York. Would you do podcasting full time? And if yes, would you do it solo or with a co-host? All right, so that's a good one. I wish I could solely just do podcasting for a living and just fund the rest of my lifestyle from it, but I'm not there yet. Keyword yet, because that's where I'm aiming. But I feel like it would be easier to do solo because I can schedule it out and stick to it without any other factors involved. But I feel like it would be more entertaining with a co-host. The co-host that I feel like would be able to be consistent if he can solely do it full time would probably be Greg from Young Black and Bothered, because when me and Greg schedule something, we stick to it. Like, we don't flake on each other, and if a change has to happen, we flex for each other. You know what I'm saying? We understand, like, you got a life going on, I got a life, I got work, you got work. Let's just make this work for the both of us. So I think we're really good with that. So that's who I would want to do that with. So let's jump into these voicemails and a thought, and then we'll get back on these questions. Thanks for celebrating my 5-year anniversary for She Gets a Pod. If you would like to support the podcast, you can either on Shambi Poddin by shopping at any of the shops for the podcast on there, or you can purchase one of my books from lulu.com. The links are on the podcast page, shambipoddin.com, if you go to books. And I have books on Amazon. If you want to grab some of those, I would appreciate it. But if you want to just solely donate to Red Circle for the podcast, you can. The link is in the show notes. I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ, man. This is Paco from Cleveland, Ohio. But man, how many jobs do you have, motherfucker? You gotta wait. You gotta wait 10 minutes just to leave a message. I would have hung up a long time ago if it wasn't you. But anyway, congratulations on 5 motherfucking years. You did it, girl. And I can't wait to see what you're working on next. And how can you get? What you gonna do? You have 10 more shows? How many shows can you do? I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations again. I love working with you. We need to do a show together. You know what I mean? So shout out to you and all your colleagues, Greggy and dragon out of whoever. Shout out all your peoples too. You know what I mean? And I want you to continue to win and blossom. And thank you for all the favors that you have done to help me and my podcast as well. So I'm not going to shout that out because it's about you, not about me. But peace, girl. All right?
Yo, Shan, congratulations on 5 years. This is dope as fuck. Thank you for providing us with valuable information, giving us hella solutions. I watched you grow into this dope-ass podcaster. I'm super, super proud of you. Keep going. Protect your energy.
Hey, Chantal, it's Kiki. I am very sick, but I wanted to call in and give you my support and to say that I appreciate you for all the podcasts that you do, dropping all the topics, all the gems, all the tea, all the realness that we need in being that real friend that say things that other people are afraid to say because they want to protect our feelings. So I hope that you continue to do these podcasts. I will continue to tune in through rain, sleet, and snow, in sickness, and in health, until death do us apart. Congratulations. All right, bye.
Hi, Shan. It's your 5th year, Shan. That means you've been doing this for at least 5 years. Okay? Remember, a lot of podcasters, they don't get past the first 5, 10, 30 episodes. It's rough out there in these streets. You gotta be equipped to have certain type of content that can last. The longevity, consistency, loyal to the craft. That's you for 5 years straight. No chaser. You understand what I'm saying? So, this is a low congratulations. Why? Because, you're not stopping at 5. You got to keep going. Now we after number 6. Can you tie Michael Jordan? Can you do that? Huh? Because after that, we chasing Brady after that. Congratulations, Shan, on being consistent with your craft. Okay? When it comes to this podcasting. Keep doing what you're doing when you do it. And you do it right.
You ever be thinking and then you be thinking and then it's a thought and then it's a thought and it's just stuck. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to tell you. All right, my thought that I want to leave a lot of listeners with is real support shows up. I've gotten real support from friends that I'm close with. I've gotten real support from strangers. I've gotten real support from friends that I don't even talk to anymore for different reasons. And that's fine. But when I deal with people and they ask for support, I support. What shows up for me as support and what shows up for them might be different. But I'm just not following somebody to watch them. If they're building something or they're growing something, I'm giving input, I'm giving engagement, and that's all I'm saying. Like, real support is engagement, not just watching somebody, not just following somebody. If you don't share your friend's business, are you helping? If you don't purchase something from your friend, real price, full price, are you helping? If you ask to just let me get one as if it's just a freebie and I'm doing this for the free ski, is that supporting? Like, what? So when it comes to people actually creating something to build something to have options later, just be mindful of that, because support is it's an action word. It's not just saying I support. I pop in. I came, but what did you do when you come? How did you make an impact when you came? And that's what matters. So if someone is supporting you for real, show them appreciation. And when somebody is really building something from scratch and it was nothing and they have created it to be something and people see it and people engage with it, give them that credit. Let them know that you see their progress and you're like rooting for them, because that matters. Thank you. All right, some more 5-year anniversary email questions. I got Savannah from Georgia, not Savannah, Georgia. For a podcaster like me starting out, well, congrats, welcome in. What's the best advice you got, Shan? I would say my best advice: publish your podcast when you have 5 episodes in and you're ready to post. So this is the whole thing about doing a podcast. It's moving parts. It's not just, okay, I have a thought, I recorded a podcast, I edited it, and I published it. I'm done. No, that's the beginning part. That's like part 1, right? Part 2 is making sure people see it, hear it, and engage with it. So you want to drop your links in Twitter. You want to drop your links in LinkedIn if it's appropriate and you don't mind if your boss sees it. You want to drop your links in discussions where people be like, if you have a podcast, drop it in the link below. You need to have it like sitting on your phone ready to be dropped. You need to be using those share buttons on Spotify, on Apple, on any podcast sharing app, where they'll share it to your Instagram. They'll share it to everybody that you're following on Snapchat. I don't know, Facebook, if you have a Facebook. I don't have a Facebook anymore. I deleted it. They will share it to where else would they share it to? They will share it to TikTok. Like, if you have a business or you're just trying to push content out, why don't you have a TikTok? Like, if you're scared of somebody like having your information and tracking you, everything's tracking you. You go to Walmart, you're being tracked. You go to Kroger, you're being tracked. You go to Publix, you're being tracked. You go to most parking lots, you're being tracked. You have an iPhone or an Android, you're being tracked. So like, stop feeling like these platforms are the only thing tracking you. And you're probably not that important. Okay, so let's be honest. So you have to market it. A lot of the parts of podcasting, in order for you to get traction, is your marketing. You did a great show, great. You had a great topic, great. You edited it, great. How people find you? Are you easily to be found? Do you have a website just in case IG is down, just in case TikTok is down? Do people know where to find you? Do you have a blog? Do you have a product? Do you have merch? Like, how do people know you have merch? Do you even wear your merch? Do you tell people where your store is? Do you keep people updated of who's listening to you? Do you have a subscribers list? Do you have a Patreon? Like, there's so many moving parts when it comes to podcasting and being a great podcaster. And if you are a group podcast, everybody in your group needs to have a position, a job. Do not be a group podcast and you the one doing all the work. That's dumb. Next question. Oh, and have a flow and know your purpose. That is my tip for if you're starting out. Nia from California. Cali. How do you know when your season is over? I got a feeling. Baby, I got a feeling. Baby. Shout out to Jackson 5. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but I hate for my episodes to get past like 30 something. So I usually don't go past 30 something. And so I try to keep each season with a main focus and build the show topics off of there. Some podcasters just record a whole show with a whole bunch of different topics, and whatever sounds witty, that's what they name the episode. I pre-name my episodes. So like, Hold on. Why is this man texting me? Why do men answer text messages late as hell? Like, dog, get. What was I saying? So yeah, like I pre-title my episodes, so I don't wait for that title to be there. So that's how I build my season, and then I start to fill in the content as I go. So each season I try to have one focus with a whole bunch of different title for the episodes. And then when I start doing the episodes, I'll even add or take away some ideas. And when I feel like I've said enough around the topic or the focus, I close it out. And I probably give myself like a week or a 2-week break in between each season. And then I start up again with a new focus and a new season and a new art cover. Some people keep the same art cover for their podcast for the whole year or the whole season, every season, or since they started at the beginning of time. I don't want to do that. So boring. I'm a Gemini. Y'all know this. You know. Let's play some more of these voicemails.
Yeah, what up? This be your boy, Case, Milan, Jaquan, Jackson. Just call it out now to my homegirl, Chantal from the ATL. Anyway, girl, lay your pipe. Holla at you. Bye.
Yo, Shan, man, it's, your favorite average Joe, your future favorite baby daddy stopping by, man. 5 years. Wow. That's commitment. That's dedication, especially the grind that you put through it, man. I'm proud of you and all your accomplishments, man. You inspire me. You motivate me, man. Keep going. Keep going. She Gets It Pod and Cozy Wombs. That's my favorite. I love the content that you create. I love the inspiration that you give me behind the scenes, even though you and Juice be on my ass, but it's much appreciated. I love you, man. You one of the realest females I know. Keep it coming, keep the content coming, man, and happy 5-year anniversary.
If I had to drop a tip, I would say the worst thing that ruins episodes for podcasts that have a great topic is no respect in the room when it's multiple people on a podcast, people talking over each other, and a whole bunch of noise in the background, or someone who agrees to be on a podcast, but you hear TV and all of this extra talking on their side and they don't mute. Like, having a great podcast, having great sound is what's going to keep your listener. We're going to keep your viewer. And if you're not mindful of that and you don't respect it, it's going to make people not want to listen. And some people who have big podcasts with a larger group, they miss out on a quality show because there's no respect in the room. So just keep that in mind. Last thing about audio. And I'm speaking more so on audio because I'm more so of an audio podcaster. I don't care if you see me, honestly, while I'm recording. I care if you hear me, okay? Because you can hear people on multiple platforms more so than you can sit there and watch them. It's rare that everyone throughout their day can sit and watch a full podcast all the way through. It takes much more effort to sit down and watch a full podcast all the way through. So when it comes to the sound, if you're moving around a lot or you're hitting the mic or you're talking too close to the mic, be mindful of that because people can hear it and it's just a lot of noise, especially if somebody's wearing headphones and they have it all the way up. You can warm up before you record. You can jot down notes before you record. You don't have to be 1,000% right in everything that you say, but please be mindful that once you say it on a mic and you release it to the internet, it's forever, okay? So if you say something that might put your job in jeopardy, your lifestyle or your family on a mic, and you're just like, no one listened to that, everybody's going to listen to it, okay? It's kind of like sending nudes on your your air play for everybody on the plane, like they're going to click on it. So just be mindful of it, okay?
Hey, Shan. It's your girl, Rosie, from the Rosie Perspective. I just wanted to shout you out. Shout out She Gets It Pod on your 5th year anniversary. You've been killing it all these years, girl. Keep it going. Keep it rocking. I love your platform, and I definitely love the vibe and the energy you always bring when you're doing your episodes. Okay? So again, congratulations. Shout out to you for your 5th year pod anniversary. She Gets It Pod was good.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful people. Oh, beautiful person. This is Drake from Everything Culture. That's thing, not thing. And we're calling to wish Shan from She Gets It Pod, Shan from Cozy Womb, Shan from Black. Oh Lord. I'm sorry, but we're talking about Shan from She Gets It Pod and that 5th year anniversary. Just want to say, wish you the best, send you love, say that you're awesome, we appreciate you here with Everything Culture. You continue being that beacon of light that we need in community. And hey, we appreciate you, seriously. And once again, this Drake with Everything Culture, man. Much love, peace, and God bless.
Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. It's your homie Uncle Dolomite, host of the Too Much Game podcast. Just tapped me in to wish my homegirl, Shan, the woman of many hats, the hardest working motherfucker in podcasting. She must have got like 17 damn shows, 50 jobs. She's a mother. She's the oracle, the all-knowing, all-seeing, greatest of all time. I'm just trying to wish her a happy 5th anniversary. Continue to be the greatest of all time. The hardest female out here doing this shit. Cheers to many more. Much love and respect from the West Coast. And I'm out.
If you have a mic that's new and you don't know it as well, do testing. Like record something, say something, listen to it back and see if the levels are where you would like it to be. I've done podcast episodes in the past where I might have touched the mic and the level's a bit low, and then a commercial comes on and it is super loud. Like that can throw a listener off. So just little things like that, just be mindful of it. And it's going to make you a better podcaster if you're mindful of how you sound. I think there's enough room for all podcasters to be different. It doesn't matter if you're talking about sports, crime, news, science, education, comedy, or just lifestyle or books or whatever you're talking about. But there's so many people thinking, oh, that's easy. You just sit on here and talk. It's a lot that goes into it. And if you're not going to be consistent, please don't start it. If you're not going to market it the right way, please don't start it. If you're not going to show up for the episodes in a group podcast, please don't try to claim credit when it starts to grow. Please be mindful of the effort that you put in. If you're going to talk about something history-wise, please do your research. If you're going to talk about something education-wise, please do your research. If you're going to talk about something health-wise, please do your research. There's different topics that I try to stay away from on my podcasts, plural, because I am not a professional behind that topic, so I don't want to talk about it. And especially if the topic is not my experience, I'm not going to talk about it. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here on the show and tell you what to do, but I may drop these tips. And if these tips may help you, then let these tips help you. I will say that there are a lot of programs that are being open to the public right now. One of them being CapShow, CAPSHO.com. Check it out. What it is an AI programming that only needs the audio of what you recorded, and it does write-ups, it does blog posts, it does marketing for you on TikTok, marketing for you on Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, and it takes all the thinking out of most of the processes after you recorded the episode and how you market it. So if you're used to paying someone to come up with your your write-ups of the episode, your description, come up with a post, scheduling posts. That's something in that program that you might want to check out. There's 3 different tiers. Do your own research, but that is an option. Me personally, I like the whole process of recording, editing, finding music, finding the topic, doing my own write-up, knowing where my information is, doing my own hashtagging and marketing it. Now, if I get to a position where my time can't be dealt in that way, then maybe I might look into something like a cap show. But for right now, I'm cool. But it's something for you to check out as a podcaster. And I also feel like it is your podcasting duty to be up on what's new in podcasting. Stop waiting around for someone to give you information. It's just like history. Stop waiting around to see what great leaders and inventors there were. Research it. Google it. Stop being lazy. Yeah. This is a great show. My last tip is anyone can start a podcast, but few can see it through. Whether you start at 3 months or you get to 1 year and you're over it, push through. Take a break, push through, come back, find your purpose, and do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because you see somebody getting money out of it, because how people get money out of podcasting is different. Like, it's not all the same, right? Some people take the marketing route. Some people take, I want to be a company affiliate route. Some people are on $1 million of a platform pushing their stuff, having certain editors they can pay like salary money to have the content look a certain way. And some people are like literally doing this in their apartment, their studio apartment, or doing this outside, or haven't even had like all the fancy equipment to do this. So just be mindful of that and just push through and build it as you go. It's like when you buy a house, people have this idea of when they first buy a house, you get brand new everything. Brand new furniture for upstairs, brand new outside furniture, a new oven, a new stove. You have 2 living rooms, it's all fully furnished. No, it takes years for working people doing legit work, not no drug dealing or doing other type of shit, to really furnish a house for real. It's not no overnight thing. Okay, you're not centering your whole house. I highly wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so just be mindful that podcasting is a thing that you build as you go. And if you're starting out and you think you're supposed to have everything, it's gonna be overwhelming as fuck. So just build it as you go. Anywho, thank you again for supporting She Gets It Pod for the 5-year anniversary. I appreciate you. All the listeners in America, all the listeners in other countries. I check the stats. I see the numbers. Thank you so much.